What's up guys? So today I thought I would do a little bit of a different video and share with you some of the struggles of working full-time and breastfeeding and pumping and the challenge it is to stay on top of bottles and pump supplies. So currently I just put the baby to sleep. So I'm gonna show you him really quickly. So my attempt is gonna be to wash these bottles. I'm gonna show you here in a minute. This, right now, we're pretty much down to everything is dirty. So we're gonna resume this later because somebody is not very happy, which shows part of the struggle with getting stuff done. I was gonna try to put him in his little chair because sometimes he'll sit in there for me and play and, you know, eat a teething biscuit or something, but right now he just wants to be cuddled. Okay, so as you're probably starting to see, this is definitely a process. It's very rare that we're able to just wash all of the bottles all at one time and get everything done. Luke woke up twice. The first time I put him back to sleep. The second time I thought he was ready to get up, but turns out he was still hungry, so I fed him, put him to sleep, and now it's time to go pick up Troy from school. So, you know, it's just one of those things. It's frustrating, it's challenging. You're not alone. This is one of the struggles with pumping and breastfeeding, but I guess even with formula feeding, you still have to wash bottles. So I'm walking to get Troy from school. Little guy, still napping. Just think he's so adorable. It's a beautiful day outside and sunny, so I have the umbrella to protect him from the sun. So it is now evening time, and this is round 2. I'm gonna see what I can get done before cooking dinner. Okay guys, so it is now the end of the day. As you can tell by my hair, it has been a very long day. So I finally finished washing all the pump stuff. As you can see, I have all my bottles here. I have my Freemie stuff, Medela pump stuff. I have on the orange rack there items that don't have to be sanitized, just washed. And then I saved these out because I'm going to show you how to use the Playtex sanitizer and also show you how I clean my pump tubing. So let's go through everything. So as I stated earlier, I'm going to show you the things that I use when I wash the bottles. I have my bottle brush just from Walmart. It has the little piece inside of it to clean the nipples. I use a separate container to wash the bottles. I don't actually wash them in the sink because, as you know, the sink is full of dirty germs. So we always use this bowl. I used to have a baby bottle soap. I actually just use Dawn, a little bit of Dawn, and a clean rag every time. I'll change the water out as it gets warm and change it back to hot. And then I also have this awesome rack here that came with my sink, so I put that here, and then as I wash the bottles, then I put them into the rack here before I put them in the sanitizer. So this is a Playtex sanitizer we actually had when we had Troy, and it worked really well. I forgot how to use it, believe it or not, and had to look it up again when we had Luke. So I'm going to show you how to fill it. You want to put about 5 ounces of water in, and it can hold 8 bottles. Some people put them down are even. I put face down. These I just put upright. And you want to, you know, fit as much as you can in there, but without actually having the items touch. So to me, that looks like a pretty good load. So you take this little piece here, and there's a little hook that it's gonna go onto. Close that, and there are, oh Buzzy, we're almost done. There are 2 little snaps. Okay, 2 little snaps, then I'm gonna take this, put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the pump that I use. I used Medela with Troy, and so when it came time for Luke, I decided to get a Medela again. For one reason, I already had a lot of the pump stuff still, and for the other reason, the pump that I have at work is Medela, so everything's compatible. Another thing that I had heard about was Freeme. I heard a lot of things about Freeme. A friend of mine really liked it. So through my insurance, I was able to get a set of the Freeme. I personally haven't really liked it. I just prefer to use the Medela stuff, but since I have it, I do use it because it is compatible with the Medela. Just have the plain tube. So the Freeme that I got, it comes with 2 of them, and it's just the flange here. You connect the, I'm doing it the wrong way here. Connect this little piece, and then this is the last piece that goes on, and just always make sure that it's up right here. And then you take this here and pop it on. I do love that it's able to hold up to 9 ounces, I believe. The thing that I don't like about it is that it is large. You're supposed to be able to put it under your bra and be able to pump while you're doing things. For me, having this on, it just looks abnormal, and I feel like really self-conscious. It didn't work for me, but I do use it at home when all my other stuff is dirty. So the tubing just slides right into that little piece on the top here, and then I hook it up to my pump. And this is a double pump. When I'm not using the double pump, I just use one side, and then, well, of course it's plugged in, but you turn it on and then pump. When you're done, you just, open it up, and then the milk is right in there. Okay, so I showed you the Freeme stuff. Now I'm gonna show you the Medela pump. This is what I use all the time. Of course, Luke does not like the nipples that come with this, so we actually use Avent bottles, which I love these bottles. We use them with Troy, and we use them now with Luke, and they are great. I have no problems with them at all. I really enjoy them. So anyways, once I pump, I just pour that into a bottle if it's fresh. Otherwise, I'll show you the bags that I use when I store it. So this pump here, it just put the bottle on. And the tubing, just like with the Freeme, pops onto here, and then this connects here in the back. And then you can do double pump, just the same, one at a time, whatever works better for you. But that's what I use every day when I pump. I also have a manual pump, and I'll assemble this just to show you. The assembly is the same for the manual and this. The only difference is the connector piece here, because it doesn't hook up to the pump, it hooks up to this little manual handle. So, I actually have 3 of these because I keep them in my bag, I keep them in the vehicle. It works really great when we're traveling because I can use the manual pump and then just go from there. So these are the milk bags that I use. They're actually like 50% of the price that they were when I had Troy, because we would pay $20 for 50 bags. Now it's $20 for 100. But Medela has them packaged in 25. I really love these bags. I just rip off the top. When I'm done pumping at work, I just pour the milk right in and then seal it up. Even if you're not in a place where you share milk, whatever, it's always best to label it and put how much is in there. For me, that's really helpful for my family who feeds baby when I'm not at work. So those are what I use. I'm gonna show you my setup that we have in the fridge. So I have a shelf specifically for the milk, and I try to keep it towards the back of the fridge to, you know, help with freezer burn and things like that. So this is my little stash. Some people have like a whole freezer, which is amazing. Kudos to you, that is awesome. I wish that I had that, but this is like a good stock for us because I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bags, and we just keep that in the freezer when I go to work. They use this at home for babysitting, and then I pump, as soon as I pump, pour it into the bag, label it, I put it directly in the freezer at work, and then when I come home, I saw this idea on Pinterest to use a baby wipe thing. So freeze it flat so that it's easy to store. And then of course you rotate, so the oldest milk is going to be used first, the fresh stuff goes in the back, and go from there. So that's our little setup, and this is our precious liquid gold. Another thing that I purchased that I haven't really used is the Medela sanitizing bags. I thought I would use this like at work, but what I actually do is I bring 3 pumps to work. I have one in the morning before I leave, and I pump right before I go to work. I work a 12-hour shift, so if I'm not the charge nurse, I try to pump 3 times. If I'm charged, everything is just too crazy that I only pump twice. And so what I do is I package these in a Ziploc. I'll go ahead and take 3 of them with me to work, and then throughout the day after I pump, I have another Ziploc bag. I just rinse my parts and put them in there to be washed for later. I know things are different if you have a premature baby and stuff, but our baby was full term and healthy, and so this is the process I've been using. I realize he's a little bit older now, and maybe I could wash the parts and use them multiple times, but we just sanitize them after 1 use is what we've been doing. So I bought these bags. I'm not crazy about them. I actually haven't used them. I have them just in case, but I haven't used them. Another thing that I have that I don't use is the baby bottle rack. I don't know what your experience is, but for me, when I take the bottles out of the sanitizer and I put them on here, of course I don't dry them, I let them air dry, and it literally it takes twice as long to have them on here. I found the best thing is I have my drying mat, set it on the counter, put the bottles face up, not down, I put them face up, and they dry super quick. And then I just sometimes they have a little bit of water in the bottom, and I turn them upside down, let them finish drying that way. But I actually do not use this anymore. Okay, so I thought that this would be a fun video to share with you guys because this is something that I literally do in my daily life. If you do not breastfeed your baby, no shade. I think the most important thing is that you feed your baby, care for it, and love your baby whatever way that you do it. For me, I was able to breastfeed Troy until my goal was 1 year, so I didn't realize that there was a weaning process. So it was 14 months, and I did work night shift, and I was able to pump and do that. I will say I've been on day shift now, and it has been a much smoother process this time around. Luke is 6 months. I'm really hoping to make it to the 1 year mark, but we'll see how it goes. So if you like this video, I know it's a little bit different. I'm sure I look exhausted because I am. But you know, if you want to see more videos like this, please comment, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, thank you for watching and have a blessed day.